Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be episode 11 of Frontier. So I did a couple things off camera. First off, I have limed all of our fields. So these two, this one, these two. Well, obviously I'm almost done with this one, but we're making progress. We did buy that new rigid last one, the TLX Phoenix, or the new Phoenix, but I put the rigid back on it and then I hooked it up over here. So now we have that one set up over there and we have this one over here for our lettuce. So one for planks, one for lettuce, all good. Make sure I stay in the middle. But yeah, these fields really didn't need a lot of lime, but I figured I'd just top it up. You can see down there, bottom right-hand corner, it's really not taking a lot. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, not a lot here. But anyhow, I did do some yard upgrades as well, which I'll show you guys in a second. And I also we had a little bit of soy. I put it in one of our productions over here and got that taken care of without that underway, which actually is our other one. Let's see, where's it at? This guy right here is sugar beet. Yeah, so as soon as sugar beets are done here, I'm going to sell this facility off because eventually we'll get a new facility to make sugar. In the meantime, I think we'll just buy it as we need it if we need to. And then obviously, as we keep going, as I've kind of mentioned, as soon as we get all the soy out of here done, that's already processed, after we get it all processed, we're just going to leave this to go canned corn and tomatoes. And eventually, once we get all the corn out of here, we're just going to do the tomatoes because I think the tomato sauce is kind of our big ticket, big money item out of that factory. So I'd like to crank that out as fast as possible. Yeah, and I think there's a mod I think I already had installed. If I go to, yeah, if I go to, let me go back in here. Sorry, if I go to trailers, I think bale trailers, I think is where it's under. Where's the bale stuff? Bale loaders. Yes, so some of these will have, oops, I need to stop you from doing whatever you're doing. I'll drive you back in a second. Let's just turn you off and sit you here for a second. There is, I believe it's just might just be the base game stuff. Yes, I think that's just for, yes, Autoload stock trailer pack. Yeah, so like there's this guy and there's a few others that have this little Autoload emblem, which actually we should be able to just go to here. And it should be pretty, yeah, Autoload stock trailer pack. So these guys right here will autoload pallets, theoretically, onto them to be able to transport to sell. So I think we can probably, this guy's not going to be able to hold a lot, but it might be nice to, this guy's probably actually our best bet. So we'll use this guy, I think, to deliver like tomato sauce and stuff like that. Bill loading off. Let's do, yeah, it'll do Europe. Yeah, here we go. So it says 12, which isn't a lot of pallets, but that's more than what we had before. How much this one will do? 6. Yeah, we definitely don't want that one. This guy will do 16. That's not a bad option. But I think this guy will be best, and we can maybe hook him up to the back of like a lizard rumbler. We shouldn't have sold our pickup truck, of course. Now I found a use for the pickup truck. How many does this one hold? 8. Yeah, I think that's probably our best one. How much is this one? Well, this is 20. Well, we'll use this guy. 20 pallets is really good. And this is like basically the same size as this guy in terms of length. So we use that guy, and we'll use him with like a tractor or whatever the case may be to do that. But yeah, so one thing I want to show you, let's drive this back to the yard. I did do some yard upgrades as well. It only cost me like 25 grand. To do the yard upgrade, so I'm pretty happy with how they turned out, actually. So I'll show you guys. And it's about time, too, we upgraded our yard. We haven't done that in a hot minute. So one of the things I was thinking about that kind of led me to doing it was let the guy go. We were starting to run a little bit low on lime, and I was like, well, I don't want to buy lime in big pallets, good lord, big bags or pallets, and deliver them to our farm that way. There we go, accelerate. I'd rather just have an easy source of it, so I wanted to get like a lime holder, which I use the same one I have on No Man's Land, but goodness gracious, just rear-end the daylights out of that car. Would you just get out of the way? Oh my goodness. Move or don't move? It's like me driving in real life. So yeah, so you can see the entrance here has been cleaned up. I added the fuel tank there, so I'll just park here for a second. Fuel tank over here, so that's all good there. And then this is all cleaned up, put some nice tiles down, and I added this guy, which is only $1,000, and we can do lime if we wanted to on it. So we will do that as we need it. How much lime do we have in here? We have some still. 5,000 liters left. Can that fit actually in here? Yes. Well, it's 5,500. We'll see if it'll fit. We'll see how much we can fit in here. There might still be a little bit left. Yeah, so there's still a little bit left in there. But anyhow, we're making progress. So yeah, all is going well. And this little area at the end here, I think, is where I'm going to park, like, our sprayer. And this... Oh, actually, no, there's another thing I want to build. And I want to put it right over there, I think. I'm going to turn this guy off. So I noticed this when I was looking in containers. At the very end here, there are this guy right here, dilution tank. So I guess it dilutes down your herbicide, so we could save money on herbicide. It's 20 grand, but over the course of time, I think it'll be worth it. We need that wrench probably available for us to access. Dumping stuff in can go on that side because we'll probably just, yeah, we'll put it right about there, I think. Oh, good, it didn't do anything to anything, which is great. So I'm curious how this is going to work. It's 20 grand. We can still sell it for the same price we bought it for if we need to. Go into your diluted concentrate, so water plus that. Holy smokes, it dilutes it real good. So that's good. We'll use that. That'll save us some money on herbicide. Now, to be fair, some of you guys might say, oh, that's cheating and whatever else. It is a little bit. I'll give you that. But at the same time, we really don't use a lot of herbicide. We just don't. We just don't use a lot of herbicide. So I can activate that. So that'll run as needed. And I might be able to unload this into it. Can I? No. Okay. Well, what we can do, though, is we can unload this like... There we go, like that. And I can just grab some super strength here, just out of thin air, and we can move this guy over to here, and it should take it in. No? Okay, well, next plan. I have so many plans. First, I don't know what to do with this. We'll just park this guy over here, I think is probably a good spot for it. So it'll get water from the distributor because it's a production. But let's just go grab... next plan. This thing does hold herbicide, so this might be the way to do it. I do think we have some up at the store as well. But yeah, so what I did too is I flattened this out up to here, and then I put kind of a ridge of bushes in around the edge to kind of show where the edge is, because it kind of all blended together before, so it's kind of hard to see where there was hills and stuff. So I just overall think this looks better. Eventually we'll get some sheds and stuff in here, and we'll be more legit. But yeah, I kind of like this little plot as our farmyard. I think it just works really good. It's not really next to the farm, which is kind of a frustration, but otherwise it's pretty good. Can this unload into there? It's got to be able to unload into there. Herbicide, what in the world? Oh, concentrated herbicide. Well, that actually might still be okay. Let's take a look in the store. Ooh, that's me pallets. So, we gotta find this concentrated stuff. Herbicide is $2,400 for 2,000 liters. Where's the concentrate? It's got to be a mod part. Its concentrate is 3,000. Okay, that's still way more worth it. So, okay, I feel a little bit better about this. Let's buy a couple of these. Let's just buy 4. It'll be plenty. So, for now, since I already loaded it in here, I might... Well, actually, will this take concentrated? If there's no way it's going to take it. It's just a modded trailer. I don't think it's going to take it. Can I unload this as a pallet? No, of course not. Of course not. I can still grab the rest of our herbicide. I might as well while I'm committed to this portion of what we got going on here. Okay. So. Yeah, it's going to grab the rest of that herbicide. And then here we have the concentrated herbicide. So I may have to carry these back one by one, which is fine. It is what it is. I'm not going to worry too much about it. It's really not that far. So let's just make sure this is going to work here. Put that in there. Yes, there we go. Okay, so if we go to our factories, that will get some water eventually from this guy right here, which has plenty of water, so that'll be good. And that will be that. So, yeah. I'm going to leave you guys with that right now. The only thing I'm planning to do off camera while we're waiting for harvest is maybe sell some stuff off, but the only thing we really have to sell, I think... So this isn't completely accurate, by the way, but the only thing we could possibly sell is maybe soybeans if we... or soybean oil if we get it all manufactured. I'm not going to sell it until we have it all done. Maybe floor tiles, and then we are going to sell some planks, but only the planks that we have left over in our truck. Excuse me, our truck right now. Maybe some furniture as well, but I'll write down all the amounts I get and all that good stuff, so I'll probably see you guys when it's time to harvest. But anyhow, yeah, I'll see you guys probably around harvest time. All right, so it has been a little bit here since we last saw you guys. It is July now, as you can see. I did weeding and everything. I took care of the fields and all that good stuff and everything like that. I did buy field 12 for one. I'll let that save there real quick. That's fine. So I did buy chunk 12. So this one right here. Now it had corn in it already, so I'm just gonna leave corn in it. We'll harvest it, take care of it. Environmental score is a little low there, and on our grass is a little low too. But speaking of grass too, as well, our grass is ready to get right to the right screen here, ready to harvest. So we'll get that taken care of right now as well. That's why we're up at the store, so we can get another mower to go with this bad boy. But in addition, you can see we've made quite a bit of money. So, well, for one, actually, one other thing I did buy that was new is I bought, I guess I leased it. I got this guy. It's the Autoload one. It's working great. So we're going to hold on to that. And the other thing I did notice as well, too, actually, which I'll show you. Well, I don't need to necessarily show you, but I can tell you here. All the Lizard Rumbler vans hold all of the custom crops and products on this map. So we're going to get some of these at some point soon, probably. Just FYI in there. But anyhow, we sold a lot of things. I sold the soy oil that we had. I sold furniture. I sold planks. And I also sold our sugar production plant because it finished all the sugar beets it was working on, so I got rid of that. We made $65,498 off of the soy oil. We made $144,000 off of furniture and $392,000 off of planks. Now, one thing, too, that I thought about, so actually let's just jump over here real quick. So the flooring factory, one thing I've decided we're going to do, I think we should just do it. Yeah, I think we should just do it. So I want to place 2 more of these. I know that's a lot, and we're running out of space here, but we can always buy more land and do all that. I think eventually we're going to get more of these as well, because each one of these only processes 1,000 liters of soybeans a month, so it's going to take a while to process all of our soy if we just have these 3 here. But I do want to get 2 more of these, because that'll about be even with the planks, so we don't have to worry about selling planks. And we can just sell flooring now, which I think is just going to be easier for us to only have one product to deal with. So that's kind of my plan. Factories. The flooring factory was fairly expensive. See if I can find it in here. Should look like that one. So I'll see if that helps me find it. There it is, right there. Flooring factory. So yeah, 110,000. We can easily afford it right now. I think we should just go for it. I'm going to move that. I need a little bit of space in between for that tip point, unfortunately, and all that. So I'll put 1 there. And then I don't think another one's going to fit. Well, we could do it like this, because we don't need to access that tipping point, actually. So that's a good point there. Or that tipping point, for that matter. We just need to access the pallet point. Might just do that. Yeah, might just do that. Place that right there, because all we need to access is that pallet point again, like I said. So let's go ahead and paint over that a little bit, and I will make a nice little way up to the front entrance there. I think that'll look nicer. Yeah, and that might as well just be cement at this point. So yeah, there we go. Okay, we have our flooring factories figured out. We need a little more room, I think, to drive around in the front here. So a little bit more. Just like that. Okay, so that was a lot of money, I know, but it will be worth it in the end. So if we go actually access our productions here, I'm going to activate that and activate that, because it'll start distributing to those now from our planks over here. Yes, our manufactured planks. So again, we have plenty of wood. These things are still making wood, so I mean, well, I guess this one, they're pretty much keeping up with it, it looks like. Because we could, I guess they're also giving it to furniture as well. We probably could double up our furniture if we wanted to. I don't know if that would actually, I'd like to keep it in the same area. So could we fit another furniture back here? I might be getting a little crazy, but that's okay. So that's a carpentry point. Let's see if I can find a carpentry point in here. Bakery. I was just curious what that one was. That's the art accessories. I don't want to make long planks, because I need to place a new sawmill to do that. So I don't want to get any more involved in the forestry stuff than I have to. Carpentry. Okay, it's the same size, but again, we could squeeze it in there. Oh gosh, actually, well, that thing, it always, I think we just do it. I don't think it'll look that weird if we place it up in this corner, to be honest. It'll kind of just look like we have an extra building. It'll look weird that the Timber Time logo's on that outside portion, but I think let's just do it. Let's just get crazy with it. This is all about productions and trying to make money in all the sorts of crazy ways. So I think right about there. Yeah, that's perfect. That is perfect. Okay. So that just gives another place for the wood to go. Well, it has our furniture long planks. That's interesting. Oh, yeah, because they're part of that map. I was going to say, why is that one different? So we're going to activate that. They'll start getting some wood in from those other places. So that's great. This is fantastic. Let me go back to sawmill, make sure that's on distributing. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I calculated it. This makes just enough planks that it's not quite enough planks for all three of those to run. So there'll be a couple times where these guys slow down a touch, but it'll pretty much keep up with all the planks this way. Two of them won't be able to handle any close. So this will be great. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for our new factory setups. This is great. Look at it. I love they have the steam or the smoke, I guess, or the pollution, whatever you want to call it. Pollution, probably bad for the environment is what we're doing, but that's fine. Okay, so that is great. Let's get back to our original mission here. We just spent a bunch of our money that we earned, which is fine. That's what we're supposed to do. We're going to make a lot more off of the planks and all that good stuff, so it's all good. But let's get ourselves a mower so we can head out in the field and start mowing. Now, we could just go with, it doesn't really matter what we use for a front one, but I think I'd like it to match. So I'm going to get the Kubota. New, old, new. Yeah, it's just new decals. And that's just, we're just going to buy it. We have the money. Okay. So, and then in terms of actually, what do we have leased? So to, to purchase that 67,000. Purchase that. So we still owe quite a bit in here, but we can get all that squared away. Engine started. Yeah, we're good. Okay, let's get this thing. Actually knocked over our mining equipment. That's my bad. So what we're going to do, this thing will windrow it into one singular row. So that's another production we need to make is going to be the hay dryer, but we are going to put it over by the sheep, which eventually I want to get more sheep. So this area I can use. I want to leave this for probably in our sheep pen because I think I can fit another one of those over here probably. Maybe. Well, yeah, because some of that stuff can go inside there. But yeah, okay. Yeah, and we do own this land here, so we can use this for productions, which is honestly what we're going to end up doing. So let's go to productions, factories. I could use like one of those. I think that mod has a hay drying silo in it. Is this? That's all the silage. That's the hay drying one. But I really like the Omatana one, and I haven't used the Omatana one in a while. Do I have it installed? It might have been that silo thing. Oh, yeah, because I'm under production. So, yeah, it'd be this guy. Yeah, well, it's a fermenting silo. Darn it. I swore Omatana had a drying silo. But I could be wrong about that. Seed production. We're definitely not going to need that for a while. U.S. animal food. Yeah, this might be just what we have. So we'll just go with this guy then. Oh, yeah, that's kind of interesting how it's set up. How you have to get it in and out one side like that. So I think probably like this is probably going to be best. Just kind of up against that. We know we're not going to use that space for anything else. So I'll kind of put it in there. And then we will landscape. We'll paint some of this back grass. There we go, because that should all be grass for the sheep rat. Okay, there we go. So that'll be our, and that should have quite the capacity. Or let's see, let's actually kind of look at it here. Where is that fermenter? I do like this. If you don't have like the production help, this thing will close. You can close things that are inactive or things that are active or whatever you might want to do. Let's take a look. So, hey, yeah, 250,000 liters is pretty good, and it does 60,000 liters a month. So that's more than we have. We still have a lot in storage. So honestly, I don't really want to sell hay, but we might. I guess we could buy the. It is a production, so we could do this for, like, do some silage. 238, it's definitely going to come with that. So we might, and it's right next to that. That would make sense. And do, like, a fermenting silo into, we don't have to buy this. Do we have to buy the land, I wonder? Actually, that's a good question. We don't need the field. Oh, 1.18 million, good lord. All right, we might do that at some point. So what I might do is all the extra grass, after we have enough to make hay and stuff, we might start making silage. and just kind of run these 2 fields as silage fields. I think that's not a bad idea. Or we could even buy this and use that as a, actually we might use that one as an arable field. But we'll see, because I did have to replant this anyway. So I mean, if I always need more grass, we can always add more grass. But okay, so let's head down and start getting this mowing underway. And then we will need to get something to pick up what we are laying down. So we'll need something like a loading wagon, which I think we're going to get the TARDIS loading wagon, because that just kind of makes sense with what we've got going on. Yeah, I think that just kind of makes sense. We do have this forestry area up here. I know I didn't clear all the trees, which the train is actually rock and rolling. The train was kind of broken for a bit there, just kind of would hang out, but now it seems to be cruising through the map at a pretty slick rate there. But yeah, I got big plans for this series. I think we're doing good. I know this is episode 11, so I want to wrap this up by episode 20. That's my goal, but I don't know. I think we can do it by then. There might just be some, I mean, by the end of it, probably in another like 4 episodes, we're just going to be just having so much money, we're not going to know what to do with it. So that'll be a point where we can kind of figure out what we need to do. We need to put this into, we want not widespreading, swath dropping. There we go. Okay. We don't own this grass field. We own the next one up here. And I think I'll just do a row down the front here to just start. There we go. Our first grass work. Wild. Yep, that's perfect. It leaves a nice swath down like that, and then we can come through and we can pick that up with a loading wagon, which I'll purchase here in a second with you guys. Okay. Now we can hire you pretty close to the edge, actually, because you can grab some of that grass from outside the field. Pull it in, might as well. There we go. Okay. You're working on that. Let's go ahead and purchase ourselves a forage wagon, which again, the lizard TARDIS is the way to go. This is 200,000 liter capacity. That, of course, is the way to go. Silage additive tank. Yes, of course, it's the way to go. And that's beautiful. Let's make this like, yeah, kind of like that. I like that. We could do that kind of green, maybe a mix. No, I like that kind of cloth green actually for this piece of equipment. I think that looks good. Okay, there we go. And we're just going to go ahead and buy that because we are doing fine on money. Doing good there. Okay, beautiful. Everything's coming together. It's great. Where is my... Oh, he's up over here. Let's go pick that guy up. And we also need to buy some silage additive, which is great. We can do that. Let's grab a pallet of it. I have the cheap silage additive. I do. This thing is the way to go. I'll just buy 2 of those for now. That should be plenty. I don't know how much the Lizard TARDIS is going to hold in terms of silage additive, but that should be enough to get us started regardless. If it holds more, I'll buy some more because we might as well just fill it up, but it doesn't need that much to get rocking and rolling. It just doesn't use very much, but it does improve. I think it increases what you get by 5 or 10%. So it's a significant amount, and it's definitely worth it for the money. In terms of paying for the silage additive. So if you're ever using silage or you're ever doing silage stuff and you have something that can take a silage additive tank, if you're picking grass up, it doesn't work with hay. But if you're picking grass up, it's absolutely worth it. Look at that. They're just staged on either side of it. Let's pick that up. Yeah, it's not going to hold a ton, which is fine. 10%. Oh, it's going to hold both of those. That'll actually be great. It's hold 100 liters, so that'll be perfect. Put all 100 liters in, then we'll head down there and we can start picking some of this up. It's probably my thumbnail. I don't think I have anything else that's that exciting other than our... Oh, he's not doing it very good, but I guess. Oh, I guess it is what it is. I don't know why that only said 49.75. That was kind of odd. We'll see. Didn't have a full 50 liters. We got gypped. Must have spilled some carrying it out or something out of the store. But anyhow. Okay, yeah, it was a little short of that. Missing over half a liter. Ridiculous. I don't know how this is going to go in terms of pulling it. So we'll see. Worst case scenario, we can always do the field with the mower, and then we can have the Fendt pull this setup, because the Fendt just has a ridiculous amount of horsepower, which is super helpful. And I'm hoping too, when we start placing factories in this area here, that there's lots of land we can buy around too, and we can clear the houses and stuff. It all clears. So, but I hope when we buy that land, or we already own it, I should say. I hope when we start putting, oh, where did I hit there? Did I actually hit that? This is not a good area to get stuck. All right, I'm gonna have to. Well, don't look at anything I'm doing here. Wow, it's magic. All right, we're on our way again. But yeah, I hope it keeps the environmental score of 100 for that, or pretty close to 100 or whatever it is. But it's high score, which we want to keep our average up. It does help us out quite a bit, I think. So I'll start getting this done just so I can make sure it's all working and everything like that. And then I'll probably put a break in here, and I'll probably harvest the soy and corn off camera. Probably don't need to see that. I'll probably bring you in when we're done getting ready to put it in our factories, get all of our soy drink, maybe put a couple more soy drink factories in to get that rocking and rolling. I think that'll be perfect. Oh, I can probably start at this end like a normal person. That makes sense. There we go. Okay. Beautiful. That's perfect. Seems like it has a decently wide pickup too, which is good. It's easier to get everything picked up. Okay. Well, I'm going to put a break in here, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Yeah, see you guys in a bit. I think next episode, if we have the cash for it, we're going to upgrade our clothing manufacturing and see if we can't increase that some. But yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, so we did get some things done. Obviously, we didn't quite finish out here, but first, before we get into that, I wanted to say that if you guys are looking for the limited edition Christmas mug for Farmer Cop, down below in the description, there's a link to the Farmer Cop store and for all your other merch as well. In addition to that, if you need to rent a server, make sure you guys check out G-Portal and get 10% off. Again, if you use that link down below. In all seriousness, G-Portal is pretty much the it's pretty much the best server. I get pretty much no lag when I use it, and they're the cheapest servers out there, and it's really easy for a lot of mod space, so I would definitely recommend it. But anyhow, and if you need, obviously, the game, or you want to get the game for someone on PC for a Christmas gift, which that's a great Christmas idea, by the way, make sure you guys down below in the description use code FarmerCop at checkout, or use any of those links down below there. But yeah, and if you want to buy some coffee and you're in the US, check out my coffee company, link down below as well. So yeah, there's that. Now back to what we're doing here. So I decided to bring you guys back in a little early, and I figure we'll close out the episode right about here, but we got 127,000 liters off of that grass field over there, which is great. I also sold our log trailer. We got about 25 grand for it. I figured we're probably not going to use it, so I figured it was safe to get rid of it. And then I spent most of that money on buying 50,000 liters of lime, $22,000 to be exact on that. I did also get us a, let's just hop over to the farm real quick. I did get us a second Kubota spreader. We have this one over here. I got that one. That way I didn't have to switch between lime and fertilizer. So that one's for fertilizer. This one's for lime. It just was easier that way. So I did that. I figured that would probably be fine. I did finish harvesting our cornfield already, and we got 28,000 liters off of that, which is great. Actually, it's more than I thought we'd get. I just put it in storage for now. Eventually, we'll figure out something to do with it, but for now, I'm going to leave it in storage. And obviously, as you can see, we are doing the soy harvest, so I'll let you guys know how much we got off of that. We've already unloaded the harvester once, and we're at 60% again, so, or 68% again. Words are hard. Anyhow, that is where I'm going to leave you guys for this episode, though. If you guys enjoyed, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel, and turn on your notification bells so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.